The latest Lions news has fans fired up. A touchdown wiped out by a rule so obscure even the quarterback didn't know it, and Dan Campbell still can't shake it off. But the real heat is coming from off the field. A strong comment from a former Super Bowl winning head coach is stirring controversy and splitting opinions over the Branch situation. Overreaction or a necessary message? But first, let's go back to the play that's still stuck in Campbell's head. Dan Campbell's still feeling the sting from that tricky little misfire against the Chiefs, and he's not in the mood to keep reliving it. When asked again about the trick play that got flagged for illegal motion, wiping a touchdown off the board, the Lions head coach wasn't having it. "I don't even want to talk about it," he said, visibly frustrated. "It's a real sore spot." But in classic Campbell fashion, he didn't throw anyone under the bus. Instead, he stepped up and took the heat himself. "The players did exactly what we told them to do," he added. "Goff did. Montgomery did. I didn't make it clear enough. That's on me. Here's what went down. The Lions cooked up a trick play that could have been sweet, but instead, the refs shut it down, saying Goff was illegally in motion. Detroit had to settle for 3 points instead of 6, and that moment's been stuck in Campbell's craw ever since." Goff chimed in later, trying to untangle what exactly went sideways. He said he thought the play was legal because his hands weren't under center when the motion started, which, in his mind, made him eligible to shift. But the officials saw it differently, saying he was so close to the center that he was considered under center by alignment, which meant no motion allowed. And that part? That was news to him. "That's a new version of the rule I'd never heard of," Goff admitted. "I think a lot of our coaches hadn't either." So yeah, next stop for the Lions, brushing up on the obscure parts of the rulebook. Still, Goff didn't want to use that play as a scapegoat. "It wasn't the difference in the game," he said. "It was a cool play. Would have been fun to get a touchdown there, but the Chiefs made more plays than we did. That's the bottom line. And if that play stirred things up, wait until you hear what Bruce Arians just said about Branch's suspension. His take dropped hours ago and has the whole NFL talking. Brian Branch is going to be watching Monday Night Football from the couch this week, thanks to a one-game suspension after swinging on Juju Smith-Schuster and sparking a mini melee in the Lions-Chiefs showdown. And while some folks think even that's a bit harsh, former NFL head coach Bruce Arians, he says the league actually went too easy. Branch, who's already racked up 13 fines in his short NFL career, 13, finally pushed the league one step too far. The punch to Juju's face lit the fuse for what could have been an all-out brawl. Luckily, a full-scale throwdown didn't erupt, but Arians doesn't think the NFL should wait around for something worse to happen. Speaking on the Pat McAfee show, Arians didn't hold back. "It's gotta be at least one. I'd hope for more. 3 games even. There's no place for that." He went on to explain that the situation could have spiraled fast if more players had jumped in throwing helmets and punches. "Thank God cooler heads prevailed," Arians said, "but I'd have been fine with 3. Now to be fair, this whole thing's been blown up like it's the second coming of the Will Smith slap. Seriously, remember when people said Will could have killed Chris Rock? It's the age of maximum outrage, where every misstep turns into a national meltdown. That's not to excuse Branch, but maybe we don't need to turn a scuffle into a morality play. Punching another player isn't a great look, obviously. Arians is absolutely right in saying there's no room for that in today's NFL. But come on, this is still football. A violent, emotional, high-speed sport where tempers flare. Guys are human, and sometimes those humans snap. So yeah, a suspension makes sense. You throw hands, you sit a game. But let's not act like Branch needs to be benched for a month or put in the NFL sin bin for the rest of the year. One game feels right. Lesson learned. Time to move on and let the guy get back to doing what he does best. Laying hits that are legal. The Lions need to stop beating themselves, whether it's on technical details or emotional slip-ups. As for Arians, maybe he went too far, but he made his point. If you liked the video, hit subscribe so you don't miss anything from Detroit.